Citi. Shit, the whip is crazy.
Welcome back to another video of LateLateCustoms, and today I'll be selling my wheels on the Uno. I just sold my wheels to one of my subscribers named Herschel. He works in Stellenbosch as well. So I initially wanted to sell these wheels because I want to buy this car some other wheels, if it makes sense like that, because I just want to change something up on the car. Even if I can get some steelies for the car, I'll still be happy with that. But for the time being, the car unfortunately will have to stand like this. I'm gonna see if I can fit the Honda steelies on this car. If that doesn't fit, then I'm just gonna ask my neighbor if I can borrow his Volkswagen steelies, then I can just put it on the car just to get the car up and down to class and back. But for now, if none of those wheels actually fit on the car, then the car will have to stand like this until the time I can afford a set of wheels for this car. But while this car is standing like this, it's not going to stop me from working on the car. So I'm just going to break you guys through a few things I would like to fix on the car before I can actually start modifying the car. I've taken you guys through the entire car, and as you guys can see right here, the car definitely needs a nice clean here at the back, especially on the inside of the car, in the trunk of the car, as well as the interior of the car, because it is very dirty. As you guys can see right here, it's like super dirty. So obviously the interior needs a nice valet. I actually did clean the interior. I vacuumed the car. I gave the car some nice love here on the inside on the dashboard. You guys can see it's nice and shining there. But the floor lining of the car, it needs a real deep clean. And the only way to do that is to remove the seats, because the seats also needs a nice clean, as you guys can see at the back, because the back is the seat that is most dirty. So I'm definitely gonna remove the seats to get the car cleaned on the inside, because the mat needs a clean, the seats needs a clean, and obviously I would like to just like get this vents clean, because it's like this guy, the previous owner, lived on a farm, so the car is extremely filled with dust and sand and mud. I will need to make use of the pressure gun to be able to clean all this on the inside, as well as to respray the calipers and stuff like that. But obviously I'm going to do the calipers red again. The rear drums I will be doing black or silver. I'm still deciding on that. Maybe I might go something different with the rear drums. Maybe I'll just spray it grey, because the grey is a nice original look for the brake drums. And I might just cut the springs. What do you guys feel about that? Just to get the car a little bit lower at the moment. Cut the springs, put the lip on, put spotlights on, and then obviously HID top and bottom, or LED top and bottom. Separate from that and the cleaning and the respraying, I think this car might be needing some front like wheel bearings as well as rear wheel bearings, so I obviously need to replace that. I'm not sure how the rekins are on the car. I'll still need to check every single thing out. I think there's a CV knock on the car as well, so I need to check out the CVs, I need to check out the shafts, the entire suspension. I need to like double or triple check to make sure it's 100% fine. And obviously this car definitely needs a service, so I will need to service this car. I'm gonna do an engine clean, I'm gonna do a nice service on the car, I'm gonna be cleaning everything, and obviously the car needs some TLC on the paint as well, because the car has been standing in the sun for a few years. And then one of the major problems on the car is that the license is actually behind, so I need to sort out the license. Traveling to Closs and back wouldn't be a problem with the car, I just need to like drive past the traffic officers. I am gonna sort out the license ASAP because I can't drive with this car with the license being that far behind. So if any of you guys maybe have advice regarding this, because the previous owner went to our traffic department in Stellenbosch and they told him directly in his face that they can't help him because the car is pending on someone else's name and we can't reach that person, and it's a long story. So the thing is, I need to get the car on my name and I need to get the license plate on my name, so that's going to be an entire big story. So if any of you guys maybe have a connection or whatsoever that I can sort out the license, please hit me up. I'll leave my IG on the screen right here and I'll leave it in the description down below if you guys want to send me a DM for some advice to get this license sorted for this car. But guys, I promise you guys, this is going to be a very nice project because I see this project as a nice daily driving around with a powerful exhaust on. As you guys can see, these tips are like, it's kind of cool for old school kind of tips, but I'm really not a fan of it, so I'm also going to change the tips. I would like to put the powerful on the car, maybe a cold induction. Like for 1.1 I can play around with this car, and if this motor gives in, I can just redo the motor or I can just put in another engine. So I know many of you guys have recommendations of what engine swap I should do on this car, but I don't really want to do an engine swap on the car because the car is very light in fuel. So if the engine might just give in, I'll just put in another 1.1 engine, or maybe just a Uno turbo engine. Why not? Another thing I would like to mention with this car is that this car actually has a front loader in. It has front speakers in. And as you guys can see on the backboard, this backboard is kinda weak. It can still do the job, but unfortunately it doesn't have 6x9s in, it only has the covers in. I'm not quite sure what 6x9 is gonna go at the back of this car, but I think I'm just gonna go with a nice Sony or Pioneer because I'm gonna change something up in this car because I already did a full energy audio in that car, so I might just change it up in this car. And obviously I'm needing a subwoofer because this will be my daily car from now on until I have enough money to spray that car. I do drive that car daily at this current moment, but as soon as the license is sorted out in this car and I have everything sorted out like mechanically wise, then I know I'll be able to drive this car daily. Another thing I realized of this car is that the braking of this car isn't that quite good, because whenever you're driving, make example down this hill right here, and I keep my foot on the brakes and then the car wouldn't brake at all. It doesn't matter how much pressure you apply on the brakes, you'll have to leave it and then tap it like once or twice and then the car will be able to brake. I don't really like that feature of the car. I'm not sure if the brakes is faulty, but if any of you guys have like any advice regarding that to sort out the braking in this car, please hit me up. I know many of you guys mentioned that there are certain type of car coilovers that fits in this car. I'm not 100% sure which coilovers that is, but I would really like to find out if any of you guys maybe have advice regarding that. But for now, I think I might just take it off like a ring or a ring and a half, and I'm not sure what wheels will suit this car perfectly, but all I know is that I will have to get a nice 6 or 7J wheel for this car. I'm not going to go wider than 7J for this car, and it needs to be a stretch tire, so I'm either going to go 165 45 15 or 175 50 15. Either one of those two wheels I'm going to put on this car. So those modifications I mentioned right now are a few modifications I would like to do to the car, or a few mechanical stuff I would like to fix on the car as well, before I can go too deep into this car. And another question like that has been strolling or has been in the comments down below is that many of you guys asked me why don't I just respray the yellow thing, but instead I just bought another project car. I just have to finish one project car before building another. The thing is that the paint job for that car right there is going to cost me very expensive. It's going to be a very expensive paint job because it needs some rust cut out from the car. The car needs some straightening because the car was in an accident in front by the previous owner. I might just buy some new panels for the car because I still need to buy a new speak bootlet for the car. I still need to buy lights for the car and a lot of other stuff as well. And the car needs a lot of DLC because I will need to remove everything in the car once again because I want the car to be sprayed inside and out. Obviously the car doesn't need to be sprayed like underneath the seats and underneath the roof and stuff like that, but I need the car to be sprayed at every point. You will be able to see it whenever I'm at the show. So that's the key for that car. And the thing is, I'm still saving up for that car, but the thing is I can't save up that much money and then still have money to spend on other stuff. So I'm gonna save up for that car, but on my own terms. So hopefully I can get this car resprayed somewhere in the year. And while I'm saving up for that car, I can still spend a little bit of money on this car and keep the content flowing, because I can't save up for that car and then still spend more money on that car, because that car's really complete, kind of, because I don't really want to change that much on the car at the moment. My focus is to just to get the car resprayed, and then my other focus is to get this car in 100% daily use, so that whenever I'm done with this car, then that car will also be done, so then you guys know that then I have two project cars completed at the exact same time. You guys don't understand how proud like I am of myself, because that car right there I built up from the ground up. And I'm gonna do the exact same with this car. It's just this car's gonna be like a little bit less, I guess. But I feel super proud of that car, because I'm a lot of money in that car, and all the money I'm in that car I paid myself. And the exact same is gonna be with this car as soon as this car is paid off. But like I said guys, I just need to get the license sorted for this car. I need to get money saved for that car's respray. And obviously I'm going to do some content on the Caddy. I'm going to do some content on the GTI as well as the Honda. I know you guys have been requesting some Honda content, but the thing is, the reason why I'm not doing as much Honda content is because the car is already complete for myself. Like, I don't want to change too much on the Honda, because the Honda is already perfect to me as is. One thing I wanted to do to the car, I still want to make the car facelift, meaning my car's a 1998 model, and then from the 1999 models they came out as facelift, and the only stuff that changed in the interior of the car is the cup holders, the steering wheel, which is the airbag steering wheel, as well as the cluster. Now my car is one of the last 1998 models which came out with a new spec cluster as well as the airbag steering wheel. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, like changing my car up to new spec, because my car's really like a semi-new spec on the inside. So I was thinking of doing a new spec conversion on the Honda. So how do you guys feel about that? Because then I'll have to change the bonnet, the fenders, the lights, the bumper, the rear bumper, and obviously I need to get some cup holders for the interior of the car. I don't know what else I need to change. Please do comment down below if you guys maybe have some advice regarding a conversion like that on a Honda EK. But this far, I think we're gonna achieve a lot this year. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to that S2000 part, but we already bought another car, and me and my friends, we made a bet that we all gonna buy another car from scratch, like without using of our money. Make example, made in 2019. From 2020 you're gonna start fresh with all the money you earn. From 2020 you're gonna buy yourself a car, and I'm kind of like a quarter of the way there, because the car's like a quarter way paid off. So I just need to sort out that, and then I have a car, and I already reached like one of my goals for this year, which is quite amazing. But guys, if you guys have any recommendations on what modifications you guys would like to see on this Uno or any of my cars, please comment down below. I don't want it to be like something way like far beyond. I just wanted something to be realistic, something nice, something I will enjoy. And one thing I actually came to realize is that I have all these cars, but I'm not enjoying them at all. So I will be driving my Honda more, I will be driving my Golf more on the track. I just need to change the wheels on the car, then I can actually take the car to robot. And I know many of you guys would like to see the car in action, so I'm gonna let you guys know like 2 weeks before the time, before I actually go to robot, and you guys can actually join me there that night. You guys can make some videos, we can have some fun together. I'll chill there with all of you guys, and we can have a nice meet and greet there as well. And another thing about the meet and greet is that me and Jody are actually planning a meet and greet this year. So comment down below if you guys would like to actually attend a meet and greet this year. I'll obviously let you guys know a month in advance, but we're still planning one. We're still trying to get the venue. Actually got the venue in mind, but so I have to ask permission for the venue, and we would like to have like a charity event. So I don't know how the feels are regarding that. But just comment down below what you guys feel I should do to have a meet and greet, or to meet all of you guys, and for you guys to actually see the other thing as is, or maybe when it's like resprayed completely. But guys, I'm gonna end the video right here, right now. I just want to keep you guys updated with the content, because I know I haven't been uploading as much content because I've been busy with my registration for my studies, and then I am busy making a video for the Caddy, but we came across a problem, so I just need to sort out that. Stay tuned for the next video of the Caddy pack. We will be placing the speedo cable on the Caddy. But for now, I'm totally happy with the outcome of both cars this far, and my third car standing there. So guys, Hope you guys like this video. Please like, please subscribe, and please follow along with more related content. Guys, remember, stop racing and go Stones.